I'm doing a tag because I was tagged, and for this tag I shall need the Goth glasses. See, all good Goths need a pair of these. Right, I've got to get this name right, otherwise I'm in flipping trouble. I was tagged by Accumortis. Now come on, Goths, start calling yourself Janet and John. So half of the flipping names I can't pronounce. Anyway, it's a music tag, and I'm not going to tech for flipping ever on this because there's 20 questions, so I'm going to try and get through them really quick. And what I'll do is I'm not going to tag anybody, but down there I shall put a link to Accumortis, and you can have a look what he said about it. And I shall also put the link to the questions, because it was a stupid page that wouldn't let me copy them. So there'll be a link. Okay, let's go. Got to move that out the way. 20 questions starting now. And I'm pretty boring, so I warned you. Number 1, which band's artist you own the most albums by? You're kidding? I've got flipping a lot of albums. Who do I have the... actually, I think it might be The Cure, and that's because I went and bought a flipping box set with loads of albums in it. So that's possibly the one, possibly, I think. 2, what was the last song you listened to? Oh, flipping heck, last song I listened to. I've got no idea, but I remember today being in Morrison's restaurant having a coffee, and somebody mentioned it to me. There was a track on by Fleetwood Mac, so that was the last one I heard. Which one it was ain't the flipping faintest, because just as I went, it went, but I must have heard it. What is your CD player? What's in your CD player right now? Nothing. What was the last show you attended? You ask. The last show I attended was classical crossover, Rebecca Newman in York. Trying to figure out when it was. It's just a few months back, but a friend, so I went to see her. Plus I like that sort of thing, so that was the last show I went to. That excited you, didn't it? 5, what was the greatest show you've ever been to? You want the honest truth? The greatest show I've ever been to was back in I think it was 80 something. Went to see Queen at St James's Park in Newcastle. They were doing the Magic tour. It wasn't that long before Freddie started looking ill and eventually left us. But if I had to say which was the greatest show ever I went to see, would have to be that. So sorry, Gothy folks, but had to be that. What's the worst show you've ever been to? None. 7. What's the most musically involved you have ever been? Musically involved within the music scene really was not playing or anything like that, but in a roundabout way involved in getting somebody to the #1 in the charts on their own without a big label or anything behind them, and it caught all the big companies by the backside, because they must have gone, "Ooh, the flipping hell's that? Never heard of them before," because we worked our bloody socks off and got it in, and it went in straight at #1, and I reckon the big boys were there looking at the chart, ticking over to the next one. Who the hell's that? And things went really good after that. So that was the most involved musically with anything in that respect. But how about that? 8. What show are you looking forward to? None, because I'm not looking towards anything, because I haven't got anything planned. So there we go. 10. What is your favourite band shirt? I don't generally wear band shirts, but so I don't all go looking at your phones. That's mine tinging. I don't generally have band shirts, but I buy a lot of things from charity shops, and there was one in there which I did buy. It was an oldish one, and so it toned down a lot, and it was The Darkness, the band The Darkness. So yeah, that's the only band shirt I've got, so got to be sort of my favourite really. What musician would you like to hang out with for a day? I would like to hang out with the girl Amanda that was the bassist for a band called Rock Bitch. I don't know if any of you know that. Fantastic bassist, and flipping moved around like nobody's business. I just flipping adore the way she plays, the way she moves around and everything. And if I had to spend a day with any musician or anybody really, that would be the person. If she could teach you loads of things on the bass line, I'd be an happy man. Who is one musician or group you would like to make a comeback? Rock Bitch, because they stopped quite a while back, and they were very good. I loved the music. It was a bit very edgy, and that it was an all-girl group, very, very edgy. If you want to know how edgy, look them up on YouTube. But I just loved the vibrance of the music and everything they did, apart from that. So yeah, I would like to see them back, because they didn't leave that much music behind to play. So more would be very nice. There is one band artist that you've never seen live but always wanted to. Band art I've never seen live. that I've always wanted to. I don't know, there must be flipping lots. I don't know. I like most bands, I would like to see flipping lots of them. I don't think, once upon a time I would have said Queen, because it was so flipping good all the time, changing. But yeah, I suppose if they played just down the road and they were going to give me a ticket, I wouldn't mind go and see The Cure just for the sake of saying, yeah, I've been to see them. But yeah, I'd like to see any band really. I at the moment I don't have one over the others. I don't think. Told you it's bloody boring. I'm either boring or very easy going, one of the two. Name 4 or more flawless albums. Flawless. No. I've got a lot of albums, and when we're talking about flawless, I think most albums are pretty good. They have some records you really like, some you don't like maybe so much. No, I can't really do that really. Maybe, like I said, that they're all good, and maybe they've all got a flaw in them. So it's a bit of a weird question really, unless you're really into one band and you can say, oh, all these albums that this band did are fantastic, that one's blue, but that one's flawless. But someone else liking the same band and the albums will say something different. So no, albums are albums to me, really. I never really think of it that way. How many music-related videos, DVDs do you own? Hundreds. I've got goodness knows how many DVDs, and albums. I've got heading somewhere towards 1,000, I suppose, when you take into consideration the hard copies, MP3 copies, blah 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 blah. It's a lot. How many concerts, shows have you been to in total? I'd say about 6. I love a concert if it's something that I have a real desire for. If I must really go see these, or I must go and see that. But over the years, it's not been that big a pull for me really to say I need to go and stand in a concert to see these people. And the concerts, when I first started going to a concert, it was a concert. Now you go and you're flipping, you're standing in another country looking at a screen down there. So theoretically you can turn around and say, yay, I was there that day, it was exciting, I felt the ambience of it, and I was there and I saw the little matchstick people down that end. But it's not the same as for me, the old days when you went to a concert, and even if you was the furthest away, you was near compared to concerts of today. so that they don't hold a great big thing for me. I can interact with those bands in lots of other, or singers in lots of other ways. Who have you seen the most live? None of them, because I only ever went to see whoever I went to see once. So I can't say, those, because there wasn't of those. I'd just go and see a band and that's it. So they're all equal. What's your favourite movie soundtrack? I suppose theoretically it's got to be The Crow, because I definitely know I've got that one. I don't usually go out my way for soundtracks. I had the original War of the Worlds, which I don't think it was an album, it wasn't a soundtrack. I think when they did the film, I don't know if they used that. I don't know, the modern film, I don't know if they used any of that or they used different people or whatever, but no, so theoretically I'd say it's The Crow, because I do like quite a few tracks on that. What was your last musical phase before you wisened up? I'm assuming, I don't know what that really means. I'm assuming it means, what was your last phase of genre or something before you, for us, turned goth and it was all goth, or whether it's a phase of music within goth, I don't know, but I'm going to go along these lines, that before goth I was very much metal, heavy rock, all that sort of stuff, which I still do like. I still love lots of the bands and that, and I don't apologise for that, because it's really good music. It's all crossover stuff in a way. So yeah, I don't really know where it's going there, but that's my flipping answer there. And the last one, what's your guilty pleasure that you hate admitting to? I'm flipping 67, I couldn't give a toss about admitting to anything, to be honest. And that's a good thing about age. You really don't flipping care. You don't care whether somebody says, oh, that's not bloody goth, oh, you shouldn't be listening to that. I don't care. So it's not such a fact of a guilty pleasure or anything. But I'll tell you the thing that is probably strange. I'm on the iPhone that I use as an MP3 player. I've got an app, and it plays, wait for it, it plays radio stations, Christmas radio stations 24/7 all year. When I go to bed at night, I generally turn that on very low, and I go on to one station that, funny enough, is country orientated, so all the songs are a little bit that way, but they're all Christmas songs. And yeah, I put that on and I'll go to bed and I'll faff around Facebook or something for a while, and that'll be droning away, and I shall I don't mind. It's probably one of my relaxing things, but I find it very relaxing, and I don't particularly want to go to bed and be listening to sort of banging out like nobody's flipping business and give me flipping nightmares on nightmares. So yeah, that's weird, but I don't flipping care. That's what Goth's all about, isn't it? Being weird and wonderful. And you can't get any bloody weird and wonderful than that. So yeah, that's the music tag. I'll put the link below there, and the link to this young man that gave me the flipping tag. And if you want to, have a go and balls it up like me. Have fun, folks.